Jason Kelce has always been known as one of the most dominant and charismatic figures in the NFL, a man whose presence on the field was larger than life and whose personality made him just as impactful off the turf. But in the months following his retirement from professional football, Kelce has made headlines for a reason that has nothing to do with touchdowns, championship parades, or his famously raucous speech after the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl. Instead, the buzz centers on his impressive physical transformation, as photos of him looking beyond chiseled after a 30-pound weight loss took fans by complete surprise. The images reveal not only a slimmer version of the former offensive lineman, but also a healthier and revitalized man who has clearly embraced the next chapter of his life. For years, Kelce carried the weight of being one of the NFL's most reliable centers, both figuratively and literally. Playing in the trenches of professional football demands a body built for impact, and his position required a combination of strength, power, and bulk to hold his ground against massive defensive linemen. At the height of his career, Kelce's body was molded for survival in one of the toughest jobs in sports. Standing at 6'3" and often weighing over 280 pounds, he embodied the archetype of an NFL lineman: tough, durable, and immovable. But as with many athletes who retire, the end of that chapter offers an opportunity to reset, not just mentally but physically. Shedding the weight that was once necessary, but no longer required. The photos that emerged of Jason Kelce's leaner frame struck fans because they highlighted just how different he looks without the padding of his playing days. His jawline is sharper, his shoulders appear more defined, and his midsection has slimmed dramatically. The phrase, "beyond chiseled," perfectly captures the reaction of fans who were used to seeing him as a hulking presence on the gridiron. This transformation didn't happen overnight, and it certainly wasn't accidental. Like many former athletes, Kelce likely committed himself to a new approach to diet, fitness, and lifestyle once the demands of football were behind him. And judging by the results, it's clear that he took the challenge seriously. Weight loss for former linemen is often a difficult process. During their careers, their diets are tailored toward maintaining size and strength, and they burn an enormous amount of calories in the process of training and competing. Once the games are over and the practices stop, however, the same eating habits can quickly become problematic if adjustments aren't made. Kelce's 30-pound loss suggests he has made those adjustments wisely, likely reducing his caloric intake, cutting back on heavy carbs, and emphasizing lean protein and nutrient-rich foods that fuel his body in a different way. Combined with a new workout regimen that probably prioritizes endurance, flexibility, and cardiovascular health over brute force, he has reshaped himself into a version of Jason Kelce that looks not just leaner, but arguably healthier. Fans online couldn't help but voice their admiration. Social media lit up with comments praising his dedication and marveling at how different he looks. Some joked that he was entering his Hollywood leading man phase, while others pointed out how inspiring it was to see an athlete take control of his health post-career. For many who have followed his journey, Kelce's weight loss represents more than just aesthetics. It symbolizes a successful transition into life after football, a stage that can be daunting for many players who struggle with purpose and identity once the pads come off for good. Of course, Kelce's transformation has sparked curiosity about the methods behind his success. Though he hasn't given a detailed breakdown of his approach, it's not hard to imagine the discipline required. Given his competitive nature and his reputation for leadership, It makes sense that he would treat this personal challenge with the same intensity he brought to the NFL. Whether through structured training sessions, cardio-based workouts like cycling or running, or even wellness practices like yoga and mobility exercises, his routine is clearly built around longevity and overall wellness rather than short-term performance. It's also worth noting that Kelce's new look arrives at a time when his public profile is bigger than ever. Thanks to his podcast with brother Travis Kelce, New Heights, Jason has become a household name beyond sports fans. His candid humor, honesty, and down-to-earth nature have endeared him to millions of listeners. Appearing visibly transformed only adds to his relatability, as people can see him actively working on himself in a way that many aspire to do. His weight loss doesn't just reflect physical effort, but also speaks to resilience, adaptability, and the ability to reinvent oneself, qualities that resonate far beyond football. Another layer to Jason Kelce's journey is his role as a family man. Retirement has afforded him more time to spend with his wife, Kylie, and their children. In interviews, he has spoken about the joy of being more present at home and the importance of setting an example for his daughters. By embracing a healthier lifestyle, he is not only improving his own quality of life, but also modeling positive habits for his family. In this way, his 30-pound weight loss carries significance that goes deeper than physical appearance. It's a reflection of priorities shifting toward health, longevity, and being the best version of himself for those who matter most. For fans, seeing a legendary lineman like Kelce slim down serves as a reminder of the incredible toll professional football takes on the body and the adjustments required afterward. The transformation is inspiring not only because of the results, but also because it represents change, discipline, and the courage to evolve. Many former players struggle with weight gain, lingering injuries, and the absence of structure after retiring. But Kelce seems to be navigating this stage with the same determination that made him a 6-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl champion. The phrase, "beyond chiseled," has stuck in headlines for a reason. It suggests more than just visible abs or a leaner body. It conveys the idea of transformation, of carving out a new identity from an old mold. Jason Kelce's journey resonates because it is not only physical but symbolic. He has chiseled away the remnants of a career that demanded bulk and power and revealed a figure that reflects balance, control, and a fresh outlook on life. Looking ahead, fans are excited to see what Jason Kelce will do with this new chapter. Whether it's continuing to build his media presence, pursuing new projects, or simply enjoying life with his family, his transformation gives the sense that he is approaching everything with renewed energy. And while his playing days may be behind him, his weight loss and the buzz it has created show that Jason Kelce remains just as impactful and relevant off the field as he was on it. The photos that revealed his leaner frame may have surprised fans, but they also inspired them. They serve as proof that transformation is possible, even after years of living a certain way for a certain purpose. For Jason Kelce, shedding 30 pounds was more than about looking good. It was about taking control of his health, embracing a new role in life, and showing that evolution never stops. His chiseled new appearance is a visual reminder that champions don't just win on the field. They find ways to keep winning long after the final whistle blows. Jason Kelce's journey from NFL legend to leaner, fitter retiree underscores the universal truth that change is always possible when paired with determination and discipline. His story connects with fans, not because he looks different, but because of what that difference represents: growth, resilience, and the courage to reinvent oneself. And for that reason, the world can't stop talking about how Jason Kelce, after a remarkable 30-pound weight loss, looks beyond chiseled in every sense of the word.